up, you guys? It's Dani and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a drugstore makeup routine. So I love drugstore makeup. It's a makeup that myself and a lot of other people have started out with, but for the most part I'd have to say that drugstore makeup has come a really long way, because when I was using drugstore makeup originally, I had to wear a foundation that was 2 shades too light and also a very pink undertone, and there just weren't a lot of options available. So drugstore makeup has improved a lot in that regard, but also the quality has just gotten a lot better. Everything from like the packaging to the products that are actually out on the market right now are just like fantastic. Almost all of this makeup I do use, maybe not all at once, but definitely on a daily basis or just on a regular basis. The only thing that I really had to pick up was some eye products, because I use kind of my higher end palettes usually just because I have them, and I didn't really have a drugstore palette. Like I said, with drugstore makeup there really wasn't an eyeshadow palette available when I was just starting out with makeup, so I didn't have one in my collection. But I ended up picking up one that I really liked, and it's definitely like more on the neutral side, so it's something I could definitely use on a daily basis. There wasn't anything from the drugstore that I wasn't already using or something that I wasn't happy with. Before I did this video, I did do quite a bit of research to see what people were saying were the best drugstore makeup products out there right now. But also when I was just kind of starting off with drugstore makeup, we didn't have all these reviews. YouTube really wasn't as big as it is now. I'm just really happy that the beauty community has grown so much bigger, and just a lot of great products are out there at an affordable price range right now. It's no wonder that like 12 and 13-year-olds are like skipping their ugly phase. I had to do my time. But yeah, that's pretty much all that I have to say for the intro, and let's just get started with the makeup.
I look super busted, but my skin is already prepped for this video, and I'm just using one pump of the Maybelline Superstay foundation. It's my favorite drugstore foundation at the moment, and I'm focusing it first in areas where I need a bit more coverage before blending it out all over my face. Some other really good ones would be CoverGirl Outlast and L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. I am a die-hard drugstore foundation lover. For concealer, I am using one of my favorite concealers at the moment. It's the LA Girl Pro Conceal, and I would say that I definitely use this one on a daily basis. I would definitely say this is like a true medium coverage concealer, but it feels super duper lightweight and it blends out super pretty on the skin. If you're not looking for anything too heavy or too cakey, this one is definitely for you. This is what the foundation and concealer looks like on my skin, and I'm just going to lock in all of that using the Coty Airspun Loose Translucent Extra Coverage Face Powder. This is just the one I've been reaching for on a daily basis. I like the way it looks, and I like how it's actually super efficient at controlling oil and shine, and I'm actually baking kind of the lower jaw portion. I just kind of have been liking the look. It kind of brings that part of the face forward. It makes me look more structured. Now, I used to use this product religiously on my brows, so you've seen it a million times, so I'm just going to skip ahead. Now I'm just carving out my brows a little bit more using the LA Girls concealer that I used earlier, and at first I didn't really love that this had like a brush tip, but I found a use for it, so I'm pretty happy. Alright, you guys, now I'm just moving on to eyeshadow. For eyeshadow, I'm using the Milani Everyday Eyes in the shade 05 Earthly Elements, and I'm taking that warm brown shade and applying it to my crease area in kind of a low cat eye kind of shape. I hope that makes sense. I chose this palette in particular because it had some of the best reviews online, and I thought the colors were like really practical for everyday use. Next, I'm just going to be deepening up the outer V portion of my eye using that shade right there. It's just kind of like a warm brick type color, and I'm just really focusing that on, like I said, the outer V portion of my eye. It just gives my eyes a little bit more definition, a little bit more shape. And do you guys see how well these eyeshadows are performing? Like, the look is coming out super nice and blended, which is exactly what I go for all the time with my eyeshadows. Now I'm taking this orangey peachy shade and using it to blend out the crease area of the eye and also blend the darker shade into the crease. It's just kind of a nice warm wash of color all over the entire look. Also, I just love orange eyeshadow for this time of year. I think it's super festive. Now, this whole thing makes for a great daytime smoky eye, but to just kind of bring a little bit more light to the eyes again, I'm taking that big shimmery shade and applying it mostly towards the inner corner and sort of the middle of my eyelid. Basically, what I did here is like my everyday eye look with the added bonus of that orangey peachy shade. Alright, so I already did one eye off camera just to save myself some time and some stress, but here I'm using the NYX Matte Liquid Liner, which is my favorite one from the drugstore. It lasts a really long time on the eyelids, it doesn't flake off or anything, and it's just really easy to use. So now I'm just brushing away my baking powder. I like to leave a little bit on the face because I buff that in everywhere else that I didn't set, and I just kind of use it to set everywhere else. I'm sorry, that was like super redundant, but you guys get the picture. Alright, these are some of my favorite drugstore palettes and just palettes in general. I'm starting off by using the e.l.f. bronzer palette in the shade light medium and just contouring where I normally would, so that's the cheekbones, jawline, and in the temple area. And I love this because you get some options for like color and also kind of finish. There are some shimmery ones that end up being a really nice natural look. Plus, it's super customizable. You can just pop out those little squares of color and replace them with colors that you like and like mix and match your own custom palette. For highlighter, I'm using the Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighter, and it's a super duper pretty buildable highlighter. Basically, you can go super natural with this highlight, or you can build it up and really achieve that wet look with it. Even though it's from the drugstore and it's relatively affordable, it's still nice to know you can get quite a bit of like versatility out of it. I totally forgot to film this, so I'm just going to show you here. The lip color I end up wearing is Maybelline Matte Ink in Amazonian and Maybelline Clay Crush Matte Lipstick. And for my mascara, I'm using L'Oreal Lash Paradise because it seems to be like everyone's favorite mascara right now. I also personally really like it. It's just a really pretty look, kind of similar to Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. And here I'm just using one pair of my Ardell Dummy Wispy lashes, and that's pretty much it for the look.
Like I've been saying throughout this video, almost every single product was an absolute hit for me, and I use so many of these products regularly. And yeah, I'm just like really satisfied with everything from the products that I was using to how the look turned out, because this is like a very me look with like kind of the warm bronzy skin and the bronze natural smoky eye, and then kind of a deeper, more brownish lip, just very like bronzy and brown. That's the look that I usually go for. Yeah, that's pretty much all that I have to say for this video. Let me know what other makeup related videos you guys would like to see. And as always, if you guys have an Instagram, please follow me at ohdangdanii with 2 eyes, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!